What is happening with my chat window? Why can't I see my chat window? Anyways, I can't see my flight window, but my chat window, but it is what it is. Doing some chopper training. Because I found out the hard way that if you play multiplayer and go to BR, your bindings get defaulted. So, yeah. Still trying to get the hang of like going backwards. Like I know I gotta pitch up, and then it kind of starts this way. Still trying to get the hang of that. In case I need to fire at somebody or just get away. I'm also practicing low-level flying like this. For the same reasons, to evade missiles and lock-ons. Oh, mistakes were made. Oh, that gas line is gonna blow up. I better get out of here. Mistakes were made. We're good. We're good. We're so good. That can happen in the game. Gotta be ready for it. All right, practice going backwards a little bit. Backing out of danger. Good stuff. Quick descend. Gain speed. All right, let's go. Ooh. Switch to gunner. Fire on somebody on the roof. Switch back. Get the hell out of here. All right, let's use the mountain for cover. Okay, we got to shoot a team on the mountain. All right. Lay low, evade missiles. Lay low, evade missiles. Lay low, evade missiles. Oh, I was doing so good. I literally think I'm caught on this. No, I'm not. I almost had it. Don't hit the tanker. The tanker will blow up. Know what I just checked? I didn't check my game audio. I'm a genius. I didn't even have game audio that whole time. Anyways, rapid descent. These are the things I need to practice. Practice a landing. Nice soft landing. See that? Why is my in-game audio on? Voice chat off. Let's go. Alright, go as high as we can. Higher, 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 higher. Alright, so we're being targeted. Gotta rapidly descend. Forward momentum. Get off the ground. Perfect. Team on the roof. There's a team on that roof. Some shots on them. Some shots on them. Some shots on them. Fly away. Hey, Nikki. Yeah, I screwed up like those first 5 minutes. I'm kind of a genius. Kind of a genius. Doing a little flight school practice, so I don't have the little mishap I had yesterday in game. Like that. Mistakes were made. Start trying to memorize 12 different buttons to fly. It's not fun. I'm gonna make that turn one day. I wish they had the chopper from the VR. The chopper in the VR is the passenger chopper. I think it's the Black Hawk. It's a lot bigger, so it's heavier. You can feel it when you fly it. Like, I wish they had that in the practice available, because I want to practice with that. This is like the multiplayer chopper. This will do though. I mean, the mechanics are the same. It's just the other one, the other chopper actually feels heavier when you're trying to fly it. So you have to adjust for that weight distribution. Like, it doesn't move as quick as this one. But it's all good. This will get the job done. Shoot the people on the tower. Back in the plane. Descent. Forward. Up between two buildings. Avoid a missile. practice some low-level flying to avoid enemies and missiles and lock-ons. Almost lost my tail. Just trying to go backwards there, see? They're working on it. Six for me. Repair it. I gotta practice that out here though, because in game, if I gotta suddenly do a maneuver like that where I gotta go around the building, I have to know how the plane's gonna, how it's gonna handle, how it's gonna feel. So the more I practice that out here, the more I know the maneuverability, the more ready I'm gonna be when I don't get a second chance to do this. Like, right there. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, snap, I blew up the tanker. Yeah, I blew up the tanker. Anyways. All these maneuvers like this is why I just keep practicing them over and over. Just learning the physics that they use with these choppers. There's a lot of like you can feel the weight when you're trying to move forward or sideways. Like you can feel the weight of the chopper. And that pretty much determines like how quickly it's gonna react. And like these are the things that I'm trying to memorize. It's like, okay, how quickly is it gonna react when I pitch left like this? How quickly is it gonna react when I dive down and I have to recover that dive? In the VR, like sure you can man the gunner, but in the VR, 9 times out of 10, you're only using the chopper for transportation. You're trying to get from one point to another. You know, whether it's to outrun the storm or you're just trying to take positioning. The chopper really becomes a transport vehicle. The tank is really for like offense, shooting people. The helicopter is just like, okay, storm's behind us, we gotta get behind this mountain. Okay, boom, everybody get in the chopper. Pull up behind the mountain, avoid the team, whatever. It's definitely more of a defensive vehicle. See, that guy over there struggling too. See, he's trying to learn. I'm right there with you, buddy. Have to practice things like this, getting between obstacles, you know? Not like that, no, don't blow it up! See, that's what I mean, like, there's a delay when the chopper has to transfer its weight to the time it responds. So like I have to memorize those timings. If I'm trying to get between two buildings, let's say, I have to memorize, okay, how quickly is the chopper gonna respond from my inputs? Because it's not instant. Went a little too low there. Thought I was higher. Too early. See, that was a good example there. Engage in a fight, turn around, get the hell out of there. What up, Lock? Bro, the dumbest thing about that last night is in the BR they flip all your key bindings back to default, which makes no sense, right? Like, why would they just flip your key binds for the BR? Because clearly I can fly the chopper. That's not a what if. I can do it. I can clearly do it. I have full control of the chopper. But when your keybinds are flipped, you know how it is with flying when everything's inverted. So when I went and took off and I moved my mouse forward thinking it was gonna pitch down, it pitched up. And when you pitch up in a chopper, what happens? It moves you backwards, right? So that's what happened last night. I went backwards. And I was like, yo, why am I going backwards? Because they inverted my buttons. They went back to default. But in the last game, I did pick up a chopper and I was flying it and I was getting across the map. Nobody wanted to get in it, which is cool. But I did prove that I could fly the chopper. So, I mean, my thing is, I feel like everybody should at least learn the basics, because the thing about VRs, and we learned this with Warzone. What did we learn in Warzone? You need to utilize vehicles, right? Well, in Battlefield, people are using tanks. People are using the little carts with the minigun on it. So the only way around those two is get in a chopper and fly away sometimes. I was saying earlier on the stream, the chopper is really more of a defensive vehicle. Yeah, it has a gun in it and it has missiles, but a lot of times you're gonna use the chopper in the BR to gain map position, to outrun the storm, or to outrun players. So let's say we're rotating the storm, we want to get on top of this mountain. Fastest way up here is to get a chopper. So everyone should at least know how to at least fly up and go straight. You know, you don't need to do any of the leaning stuff, but it's like, I'll give you an example. I'll come over here, for example, right? Let's say we're fighting in the middle of the BR. Let's say this is the BR map. I'm trying to land this thing. Let's say this is the middle of the BR map. We're getting held by a team in that building right in front of me, but we got a chopper next to us. Now there's a team holding us there, storm's right behind us, and there's a tank all the way on the right. What do? Hey man, everybody get in the chopper, let's go, right? We gotta use the chopper as a defensive vehicle. Get the hell out of here. These are the little things that are gonna save your life in the BR. Because you're not gonna be able to run everywhere all the time. A lot of times we died because we got held, because we didn't have a vehicle. So now we say, okay, now we want to get on top of this mountain, whatever. I know I crashed it, but let's say I land it. And now my team is on top of the mountain. And we just evaded all those enemies, right? So it's things like that that you have to think about. But if everyone's like, no one knows how to fly the chopper and there's a chopper next to us, then what? Now you're just stuck. You're gonna fight the team on the roof and the team in the tank and the team in the car while you're on foot? You know, that's stupid. That's a recipe for disaster, so. You see, he's locking onto me. If I go below radar lock, he can't lock onto me, see? So it's things like this that, if I practice them, then when I'm in game, I don't have to think twice about them. You see, all that stuff has to be instant. I gotta be able to hit buttons and turn and fly and get below radar. But it's all good. I know I can fly the chopper if the game decides not to flip my keybinds. I'm ready. Too soon, kid. I didn't even lock onto you. You threw your flares. I'm ready for those. What up, Warwick? You see, Warwick, I can actually fly this thing. Well, when the game doesn't fuck me over, of course. It would have been nice if the game didn't invert my controls, but I could fly the thing. Hey, I figured it out by the last game. I was just telling Locke. I don't know if you noticed that last game. I was flying the chopper. I'm telling you, I could fly this thing, but if you surprisingly flip my controls, yeah, I'm up is down and down is up now, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that until I took off. So naturally, if I don't know that up is down because they flipped it, and I go to take off and I hit up, guess what? It's gonna take me backwards, which is exactly what happened last night. See, I went straight backwards. But I know this now when I have my controls set the proper way. So this is what happened last night. I was like, yo, why am I going backwards? Because I'm like, I know I've been out here flying this thing. I don't want to say they inverted it, they reset it to default, and by default it's inverted, and I don't fly that way. So but believe me, if we get in the game again and we need a chopper, bro, I got you. What up, Roughneck? Look at that, I'm looking at chat and I'm crashing. Making me look bad. Where's that chopper at? I just seen him. Oh, he's a friendly chopper. Sir! Uncalled for. Trust me, bro. I'll get us out of the jam if I need to. I really be out here like once a day just practicing the choppers. Like, because, yo, flying in this game, you really, I literally need to press like 10 buttons. It's the wildest thing. It's nothing like Call of Duty, where in Call of Duty, it's just front, back, you know, left, right. Like, I got to use my mouse to pitch and then to roll, I mean, and then my keybinds to yaw, and then, you know, pitch down, pitch up, boost. It's like I'm hitting so many buttons to do all this. Nothing like Call of Duty. Not even close. So I really got to be out here like once a day and practice this. Like, yo, I want to keep this as fresh as possible. I could land this thing in one piece, you know? I really do this, all right? Nah. He ain't no great. He's not the greatest other sniper. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Just because he holds a sniper and shoots it doesn't mean anything. Anybody can shoot a weapon and miss. Half the time, locked sniper's not even loaded. It's like when you play with kids and you give them an unplugged controller to make them think they're playing. That's really how it is with locked. You give them an unloaded sniper just to make him think he's participating. He hit the building, I've seen that. I'm telling you, next time we play, we see a chopper, I'm ready. I'll make sure I look at my controllers, make sure I look at my key bindings, make sure I look at my inverted flight controls. I got this. I'll use the gunner myself if I have to. My helicopter is sliding off the mountain. Hey, you see, that's what I was trying to do yesterday. Watch, I'm gonna re-land this and I'm gonna show you exactly what I was trying to do yesterday. So we all saw the chopper, you repaired it, Warwick. I came up, boom, and I was ready to just go up and lean forward. But because everything was inverted, when I moved my mouse to lean forward, it was inverted. So instead, it leaned back. And so when we took off, that's why the helicopter started going backwards like this. And I was like, yo, what's happening? What's happening? And by the time I figured it out, the momentum of the chopper was already pulling me too far back. That's another thing that I was saying earlier on this stream, that the physics they use for these choppers, you can feel the weight of the chopper. So anytime you turn and maneuver, it's like it's not instant because they're using real life like vector physics. So when I'm trying to change directions, you see, like if I want to go backwards all of a sudden, it doesn't happen instantly. And so that's why yesterday we ended up going straight into the storm, because it's like, boom, we're going backwards. By the time I figured it out, it's like, look, I got to shift the momentum first. And the storm was already there. The turning works in two ways, Locke, with the helicopter. You have your mouse turning, which rolls. So this is my mouse right now. I'm rolling left and right. And then you have your left and right on your keyboard. So this actually just turns you left and right, see? This just turns you. This is the keyboard. And then the mouse rolls you. So the mouse is like when you want to do sharp turns, you use them both together. You roll and accelerate. No, not up and down, left and right. So left and right to turn. And then when you roll, you use up and down, yes. When you roll, you need to go forward or backwards. But at the same time, I have to use left and right. So if I roll and use right, it turns me. If I roll left and turn left, it turns me. If I do them individually, I can turn, but my helicopter's still flat. This is my keyboard. I can turn and my helicopter's flat. But if I roll by itself, nothing happens. I just roll and crash. So it's a combination of both. Up and down, well, thrust is forward and backwards. So for example, I'm gonna land so I can show you. So forward and backwards, ascend and descend. So that's like for me on keyboard is W and S, right? Forward and backwards. But that's just thrust. That's just up and down. That doesn't move me forward. To move forward, I move my mouse. Downward. Once the nose of the helicopter is down, that's when you start moving forward. It's not like the jets. The jets use the thrust. The helicopters, you have to use the momentum of the helicopter. See, like I gotta put my nose down to move forward. And if I put my nose up, the helicopter wants to stop. But if I put my nose down and I hit forward, the weight pushes me forward. So that's the difference between the jet and the helicopter. The jet, you just hit thrust and it pushes you. You just go forward. The helicopter doesn't have forward thrust. It has up and down. So right here, if I land and I want to go just up, I just hit forward and I go straight up. And if I hit down, I come straight down. But if I want to go forward, I got to hit up and pull my nose down. And then that pulls me forward. So I'm literally flying on an angle. I got to put the helicopter on an angle. I got to bring my nose down to bring it forward. And if I want to stop, I bring my nose up. See, as soon as you bring the nose up, the helicopter just wants to stop where it is and it starts going down. So this is how you would land it. You have to pull your nose up and start going down. And that's how you would land a helicopter. This is exactly why I wanted to practice, because I'm just like, yo, flying the helicopter is so different from flying the jet. And there's no jets in the VR. There's only helicopters, so you better get good at that shit. And then if you want to roll and turn fast, you roll, hit forward, turn fast. And I jumped out the plane. I pulled the lock. I gotta change that keybind. That keybind is too close to the rest of my buttons. I'm stuck under this thing somehow. I can't see anything. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what the hell just happened. I pulled the lock there. It's all good. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna master the helicopter. I'm gonna get to a point where when I play multiplayer, I'm only gonna be flying the helicopter. I'm not even gonna be doing infantry stuff. Yeah, facts, bro. I brought us all straight to hell. One way ticket to hell. But you see, it's the momentum. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is why you have to practice this, because if you have never flown the helicopter, you're not gonna know how to turn or nothing. Like, literally, look, I'll show you exactly what happens to every single person who flies the helicopter for the first time. Watch. Every single person who flies a helicopter, and I mean like 99% of people, they get in the helicopter and they don't understand how roll works, and they do this. They flip the helicopter instantly. I'm telling you, they put a lot of physics into this for no goddamn reason, but that's the way they like to do it. I gotta go get a new helicopter now, because I destroyed mine. Oh, it repaired itself. Never mind. Oh, that shit was hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, exactly, Roughneck. Exactly. If you want to go forward, because like in Call of Duty, you never pitch the helicopter. In fact, in Call of Duty, the helicopter never pitches. If you remember, in Call of Duty, you just hit forward and it goes forward, and you hit down and it goes down, and that's it. But they didn't do it. They made it like real life here, where you gotta know the rolls and the pitch and yaw. You have to know everything. So that's why in Battlefield, a lot of people are terrified to use a helicopter, because they know like they're gonna crash it instantly. But I told myself, I was like, yo, if there's helicopters in the VR, somebody needs to learn how to fly them, because I'm telling you, you're gonna be in a situation where you need the helicopter. And if nobody on your team can fly it, you're gonna lose. Look, he panicked and went down, and he crashed. You know what I'm saying? Real life situations, you gotta be ready for that stuff. You're not wrong about that. I'm learning all of this just to go to Call of Duty next Friday and watch you guys struggle out here, because none of you can fly a chopper. Except for you. I have my faith in you, Locke. I'm gonna be real with you. None of these other guys, I haven't seen a single one of them flying a chopper, so I don't know what they're gonna do. I got my faith in you, though. Oh, the round over. But I would advise practice, man. I'm telling you, because the chopper is tricky, and that's why, like, when I'm in here in the practice arena, I'm always just like, you see me just constantly flying low and flying through the buildings and flying through the oil canisters, because I'm basically trying to simulate the BR. If I'm in the BR and all of a sudden I gotta fly between a building because somebody's trying to lock onto me, or I gotta suddenly get low between a building because a team is shooting at me with RPGs or whatever, I'm simulating all that in practice so that when it happens in the BR, again, I already know the mechanics of the chopper. I can feel the weight, and I know how quickly it's gonna react to things. I don't want to get in a chopper for the first time. I don't want to get in a chopper for the first time and crash, right? Hold on a second. I'll be right back.